The Filipino wrecking machine has called it a career. Now what? Welcome into this special edition of ESPN's MMA Live Extra. I'm Phil Murphy. Mark Munoz scored a dominant unanimous decision win over Luke Barnatt at UFC Manila in May. Munoz left his gloves in the cage and says that will be the last time we see him fight professionally. The Filipino wrecking machine joins us now. Mark, we've heard this before from other guys who have said it's their last fight only to later return to professional activity. Be honest, how much is that desire to compete still there within you?
Oh, it's still there. I still do have a desire to compete, and but I'm at a different chapter in my life. I got to turn the page, and there's a lot of more important things for me to be able to tend to.
What do you think was the biggest reason that you decided to announce your retirement?
You know what? I actually, it's a family decision, man. Just based upon the year I've had and the time I spent away from my family, and just the time it was just kind of going through my career and everything that was going on. I owned a gym, spending 12, 13-hour days there and training at the same time, missing a lot of special moments. There was a lot of things that was wrong in my life that, I wanted to make right. And, this is, like I said, this is just another chapter, and I'm doing it for my family. That's the main reason. That's the most important reason to me.
So you mentioned the clear benefits now of being a retired fighter, but you said the itch is still there. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, how likely is it that we would see you fight again at some point down the road?
I'm not completely ruling it out. I'm not. But at the same time, it's probably highly likely that you won't see me back inside the Octagon. But there is still that competitive flame within me. I still want to compete. I'm going to get my jiu-jitsu black belt, and I want to do stuff like that. I'm going to coach wrestling. I want to coach my son in wrestling. I want to help my daughter in her strength and conditioning, and I just want to be a part of my family's lives from this point on.
Take us back to Manila. At some point, every athlete envisions how his or her career will come to an end. How much did what we see in the cage in Manila reflect how you hoped that final fight would go?
Yeah, I wanted to finish that fight. That was probably the only thing that didn't go the way I wanted it to. But I did everything. I did everything I wanted to do inside the Octagon. He's just a tough competitor, and it was great. And to have the reception I had in Manila, in the Philippines, to be around my family. I have 4 generations of my family back there, and to be around them and feel the love, and it was just an amazing experience. It was a storybook ending, so to speak, and for me to just end my career in the Philippines, it was just an honor and a privilege to be able to do that.
20 career fights on your resume, all but 3 under the UFC and WEC banner. You finished with a 14-6 record. When you look back, what's your most memorable moment in the Octagon, in your opinion?
Oh, wow. My most memorable moment would be my fight against Kendall Grove. Actually, I don't remember much about that fight because he had hit me with an uppercut and a knee, and I don't remember much about what happened that night. But as I recall, I remember after I got hit with that uppercut, I woke up on the double leg, and I was like, oh, I'm still in the fight. Continue to fight, and then he got me with a knee, and I woke up on a single leg, and had to battle back, and then in the second round had to shake off the cobwebs and took him down, and I finished the fight. So I came back from utter defeat, and I came back to win that fight, and I alluded to that fight as an analogy upon life. You might find yourself being hit by every side and stricken by every side, but you're not destroyed. You're not you're not a person that'll give up.
You got yourself a fight of the night bonus there at UFC 112. Mark, before we let you go, we have to ask about a photo you posted on Twitter of you and your collegiate wrestling teammate at Oklahoma State, now the new light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier. What was it like working with that guy in college?
Oh man, every day was a battle with Daniel and I. He's actually fighting at 205, and I'm fighting at 185. In college, I wrestled at 197, and he wrestled at 184. We have many battles inside the wrestling room, and we just made each other better. We sharpened one another. So, yeah, man, he's a brother from another mother, man. I really love that guy.
He is the Filipino wrecking machine, Mark Munoz. Mark, it was a privilege to watch your career. Appreciate the time.
Thank you. Appreciate the time.
For more on this story and all top mixed martial arts news, keep it locked on the ESPN MMA page at espn.com/MMA. For Mark Munoz, I'm Phil Murphy. Thanks for watching.